And my birds are very noisy today. But that's okay, because welcome back to the Plastic Crack Show. I'm your host Lee, and this is the Forces of Destiny, Princess Leia Organa and R2-D2. Of course, this is by Hasbro and Disney and is aged for children 3 years and older. Most likely girls because of the way it's being marketed. But hey, anybody can jump in on this if they want. Particularly in Australian mode, because these are going so cheap, it's not funny. So the front is of course a bubbled front, nice clear. We can see Princess Leia, or certainly the Forces of Destiny's version of Princess Leia in the window. We can see she comes with a nice little R2-D2 astromech, because it has a nice Star Wars Forces of Destiny logo. It tells you who it is. We have this little part up here that tells us that there is a gimmick like all the Forces of Destiny figures. As we pan around, we get a nice side view of Princess Leia again. And we come around the back, we get a nice little blurb about Princess Leia and R2-D2, nice little cartoon graphic. We get told that, of course, R2's head spins and that Princess Leia will aim her blaster. We also, of course, get told that other figures in the series is Rey of Jakku, and there is 2 Rey of Jakkus because, you know, one's not good enough. And a Jyn Erso, which I've not seen in a major Australian retail store. Bit of a disappointment. But that's the figure in the box, and normally I would now of course tear the box open and you know, spend 10 minutes rubbishing through as I'm cutting bits of plastic away, but these were so cheap that the original one I bought a couple of months ago, which I paid full retail for, is here. So I have one displayed, one in the box, and the reason why I don't normally do this, but the price of the current price in Australia of these ones has dropped so far, it's just easy. I actually did originally shoot this video with my old lighting set, but I've got a new camera rig and a new lighting rig, so it was, you know, I wanted to reshoot these, and it's very hard to put them back in the box once you tear them out, and it was like, well, considering they're currently selling in Australia for less than what a Last Jedi 3 3/4 figures selling for, it made it worth just buying some more. So here we have the figures out of the box. And they do pose up quite nicely. We have a very nice R2-D2 and a very nice Princess Leia. Yeah, I mean, it's not movie accurate Princess Leia. It's not, you know, it's the Force of Destiny and Princess Leia. So we'll just get rid of her for a second. Let's quickly look at R2-D2. So it's a very basic, it's a hard plastic. There is no real specialty about him. He does tilt on his legs, but he doesn't have the retracting feet that he would normally have, so you can't get that nice pose. As his head moves, just like the box says, his head moves. Yay. It's not terribly heavy, it's not terribly exciting. The paint app is fine, you know, it's nice metallic colouring. There is a few points where it drifts a bit, so you have metallic on the front, a little bit on the side, then you see there's like a bit of a drift away. Down the bottom here you see where it's, again, they've not quite matched up to the end of the blue. You know, there's a couple of overspray points on the head. It's a kid's toy, so you know, the idea is it's going to get beat up in 6 months from now. Some parent will send it to a thrift store. Here we have, of course, a Princess Leia. And for those who have watched any of the Forces of Destiny videos, whether it be mine or someone else's, you know the tale. It's going to be a cloth jacket, moulded shirt, moulded pants, removable rubber boots. You know, everything's hard, nice, hard, rigid plastic. You know, it's not going to break. Unfortunately, you know, seam lines are very apparent. You can see where these things have been cast together. The hands are always going to be that rubbery hand. I like the fact that they've actually managed to mould gloves in. Articulation, obviously, and the hair is like a Barbie doll. Articulation is always the same. The head spins. One of the things I don't like is these tabs, which were when you're taking them out, very hard to get rid of. But head, yeah, 360 rotation. You know, facially, very cool. Looks like a figure. Leg articulation, yeah, all the way up the front. It's fairly simplistic. Knee ratchet to half. Yeah, a little bit of motion there. And that's both sides. They both do it. The arms are the same. Arms give you a full... Well, that one doesn't. Oh, there we go. There's a ratchet. Oops. I probably just broke the... Oh, hang on. Hey! I didn't break it, but I just... Oh, here we go. Ah! Pistol's in the wrong hand. Well, there you go. I was going to say that the gimmick doesn't work on this one, but it does. Sort of. Okay, arm articulation, not on that one because of the gimmick. This one, full arm rotation, it does go out quite well. Obviously elbow articulation, elbow movement, it's a bit ratchety. Wrist movement is much of a muchness. Yes, it has a gimmick feature. She's supposed to draw her gun when you pull her legs together. It doesn't. Is it spectacularly exciting? Eh. I think you get over it in about 5 seconds flat. You know, is there a playability in this figure? Eh, not really. You know, there's no supporting vehicles. There's very limited, you know, particularly from what I've seen in Australia, there's a very limited range of figures available. Some of the more specialty collector stores have got some of the other figures in, but for the most part, most stores only carrying the Rey and the two Reys and the Princess Leia. So, you know, if you're trying to, you know, build a set for your kids to play with, not going to happen. They're 12-inch scale. There's not a lot of Star Wars 12-inch out at the moment, so you can't even blend it in with other play sets to keep a kid happy. It's a, you know, they're nice. They're okay. They display well. They're cheap, so it makes it worth it. You know, price point for them generally is around the same. In Australia, is generally around the same price as a Black Series. Black Series about half the height, but they got more playability. They big, a wider range of figures, better articulation. They look more accurate. So, you know, these are probably, there's a reason why they're selling for less than a Last Jedi 3 3/4 inch figure. It's because they're just they're a line that's got lost. They have no identity in the Star Wars world when there's so much Star Wars out there. So that was it. That was the Princess Leia and R2-D2. Oh, and she's in Hoth gear. Should have said that before. Yep, that's the Star Wars Forces of Destiny Princess Leia Organa with R2-D2. This was the Plastic Crack Show. I was your host Lee. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.